Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lee and Hayley Overtime, the podcast. I'm Lee Cruz, along with Hayley Harmon.
What up, friends and fam? Thanks for tuning in this week, for listening or watching. This is your weekly reminder. You can watch the video version of the podcast on the Kentucky Sports Radio YouTube channel. Those videos go up the same time as our podcast, which you can also listen to wherever you podcast. So whatever you're doing, however you're absorbing this glorious content, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You have a heart, right?
No. It's enlarged.
And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
No, I was just laughing about at Lee before we started because he brought his dog Butter in, who is a Cavalier King Charles. I can never say, is it Cavalier King Charles or King Charles Cavalier?
I think I say
Google
King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, but I don't know.
It just seems like a lot to Google. Anyway, she's absolutely precious, but it shocked me because she jumped up kind of on your chair and give me the voice you gave her.
I don't. Where is she?
She's wandering around.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Butter. That's how I do it today, Butter.
It's like high and almost
high pitch. Well, she's
about
a
to
girl.
go into like a little accent.
Maybe a little.
And maybe
bit.
it's the fact that her name's Butter. I feel like you sound like the maitre d' at a really nice French restaurant. We've got a lovely selection of butters this evening. But it cracked me up because when I bring my dogs in, two male corgis, you always go, "Hey, fellas."
Yeah. Men?
Yeah, you do. You call them men. You're very masculine.
I do that Army general kind of voice.
I was going to say, you're like, "Hey, fellas."
I got to get them ready for battle.
What are y'all doing?
Or pepperonis.
What are you going to do if...
Which Butter just had a pepperoni.
And she loved it.
Loved it. I don't know if she loved it. She literally swallowed it like a pill.
My dogs do that, and I'm like, enjoy it. Savor life. Anyway, what if both my dogs are here and her, and they all run at you at the same time? Are you going to do both voices?
I don't know what I would do. I guess I would all talk to them individually.
Or maybe you should talk to them just like a human. Hello, dogs.
No. Why would I do that? Last night I was watching, speaking of the Animal Kingdom,
Sure.
a documentary.
Yeah.
I think it's on Netflix. It's 72 most dangerous animals of Latin America.
Ooh, how niche.
And they do it NCAA tournament style, essentially. They have a bracket of 7, and then one of those gets to advance to the final bracket.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember what the first one of the ones that won was, I believe, the
Latin America.
To me, I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes, and there's no way anything is beating the mosquito with the numbers that are racked up. Like 720,000 people a year die from dengue, yellow fever, or encephalitis.
No.
It's just
what about malaria?
And malaria.
Okay, I was like,
it's slaying people. The mosquito is the bad boy on the block.
yeah, he wears a little leather jacket. A lot of people don't realize because he's so small.
It's the Boston Celtics of the 60s.
Oh, okay.
You just can't beat it.
You can't beat it.
Is that Nua on another microphone?
Nua.
Turn the microphone off, Nua. We can hear you rattling around in there.
I did hear some keys jangling a second ago, and I thought, is that Butter's collar? But then, I just heard a boom.
What is Butter doing?
Nua?
I don't like it when she gets quiet. Butter, what are you doing? Okay. When she gets quiet, you can't see her.
Yeah. You've got a lot of deodorant on the outside of your sweatshirt.
What do you
I'm
mean?
sorry. I don't want to embarrass you, but I can't stop looking at it.
It doesn't embarrass me. It just means I put deodorant on. But I can't do it. I always forget. It's all
putting on every day. It's a struggle for me as
but
well. Then you got to if you put it on first, then you got to pull it away.
I know, and I don't remember that I've put deodorant on when I'm putting the. But in the bathroom, I go through the toiletry section and I do all the things.
What, you got a grocery store in there? The toiletry.
I got toiletry, lingerie. Sure. I got everything in there.
Produce, coincidentally.
Right. Don't ask what that's about.
Sure, I won't.
But anyway, they got the Hobolt squid. That thing's a killer.
Oh my gosh.
Cayman.
Ooh.
The Jaguar. Didn't make it though. It got beat by
the Jaguar's the black big cat, right?
It got beat by 2 spiders. One, what was the name of the Black Widow is a horrible thing, and then but there's another spider.
Oh God.
That I just learned about.
I hate spiders.
It's a big.
I hate spiders worse than snakes.
It's called that's not a wolf. What is it called?
Butter, my little girl is jumping on my thigh. She licked my ankle a moment ago, and I got afraid. And then I was like, it's just a little.
Well, you thought it was a taste test?
I thought she's about to tear into me. No, I forgot she was down there. She's pawing, Lee. She feels neglected by you.
Well, so pick her up if you want to play with her. I don't care.
I'm working. I'm petting her.
What do you think I'm doing? Will you listen to my story about this spider?
Yes.
It's a killer. It'll kill you. And it's aggressive.
It's a killer.
Because it rears up on its hind legs.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. And its face around the fangs get real red.
Butter, stop, honey. I love you very much, but you kind of smell. I've got to be honest.
What do you mean she smells?
Kind of smells.
Like a dog that runs around?
She sweats a lot. She doesn't
So
wear
do you,
deodorant.
by the way. You don't hear me talking about it on the podcast.
I do not
My
smell.
goodness, I've seen you roll around in it.
You know I like to mark it.
Anyway, this thing is sometimes called the banana spider because it'll hide in bananas, and it can end up in the produce section.
In the produce section in your bathroom.
But one of the things,
oh God,
one of the side effects,
what does it do?
Is a very severe priapism.
Now, if I was a priapism, what would I be?
You would be an erect male member.
It causes that?
Yes.
It causes you to get erect, and then what?
Well, it also kills you. You bleed. You bleed out, but that all of a sudden, so much blood is infused.
Sure.
Yeah, you're just like.
Don't say infused like it's a fancy artisan tea. So much blood is going to your member.
Yeah.
But then it
That's
just doesn't
one of the
stop.
signs that you've been bit by this spider.
God, I'm feeling randy.
I don't know what's going on here, but
then
for hours.
It stays for us, and then where do you bleed to death? Internally?
Yes.
It's just all
and
the
then
blood
everything
is gone.
starts to break down. Yeah.
Well, you're going out on top.
If you don't get the
hopefully.
end of it. But now they're studying this as a replacement for Viagra. They're using the venom, to break down the peptides and the proteins, and this thing could be a replacement for that.
We made Botox out of botulism. We can make Viagra out of banana
Well,
spiders.
you and I went to the Kentucky Reptile Zoo, and that's what, with a lot of these poisonous animals, they find purpose in it.
Yeah, they're doing amazing
cancer drugs.
research, on ways that, and I'm a believer. I believe in God. It's things like that that make me think like.
But does he believe in you?
He does. I think, God, he really had it all figured out. It really does. He was like, and one day I'll bless them with the knowledge to figure this out.
One of the things I noticed, which
it just
I
speaks to me.
think
Sometimes I'm like, everything we need is already on Earth.
has purpose and design, is every one of these animals that have toxicity are marked.
Yeah.
Like the black widow.
Yeah.
They have, or the
black widow
snakes.
has a white dot or a red dot?
Red.
Red dot.
They all have these markings that go, do not touch.
I wish you had one. Then it just says, do not speak to.
I do. It's called a hair part in the middle.
I wish you would. Oh,
I should do that.
You should part your hair in the
that
middle
was my thing.
and then brush it down. But hair in the middle was a big thing.
Your part in the middle. Yeah. I used to do that all the time when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I had to get that part going.
Oh, you have to. Okay. I'm trying to think what I've been watching. My husband has been out of town for a couple days. And so I've been left alone, which makes me, I miss him obviously, and the dogs really miss him. But when I'm alone, I get to watch my TV shows.
Which are?
British true crime scripted shows. So like our Law and Order SVU or our Bones or our NCIS, it's their version. And everything is so quaint and wonderful. So I've been watching a lot of, my favorite is Midsummer Murders. I watch it on Prime. So I've just been watching all these murders in jolly old England. Yeah. And so that's what I've been watching. So I know you won't check it out, but that's what I've been ingesting.
Probably not.
It's just these precious little they all are like in the village.
Well, my husband is out of town as well.
Really?
So I finished Shrinking with my girlfriend. And I hope he doesn't find out.
He will kill me.
I am telling you, Shrinking was so good. I guess they're doing another season, a season 3. Mm-hmm. You would love it. That is so up your alley.
You've been telling me for years that I would love
because it's
Shrinking.
all therapy-based.
Yeah.
And I know you.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, God, if anybody needs help. And I know that you love it. I know that you love self-help and in that world of clinicians.
I don't love self-help in that world of clinicians. I'm a human being like everyone else that has problems that they need help addressing.
Yeah, but see, I think
I don't
most
love it,
of
and I'm
it.
like, oh, I can't
But
wait.
you know how I think about it. Most of it is common sense, and they've monetized that to make money off of people. Not that some people really do need therapy, but now they've made it almost like a cult and a religion.
Okay.
How do you feel? You seem like you agree. Fantastic. Let's move on to the next
I
topic.
think, and this is not a slam.
Okay.
I think you could benefit from therapy.
You do?
Everyone could.
No, see, when you say that, though, and I'm being honest, you say that because you want me to change.
I don't want you to change.
I love who I am,
Okay.
so I'm perfectly happy. Why do I need therapy? Because you want me to change. You don't like some of my opinions, and you can't handle it.
Okay. Lee, I don't care what you do. I was just trying to make a point. I don't want you to change. You be you.
Okay.
I doubt I don't think you can change. I'll be totally honest.
Well, I don't want, but anyway, it is the best acting Harrison Ford has ever done.
Sure.
He'll make you cry.
Yeah.
He did this. I don't want to give it away, but there is a very vulnerable moment that he has in this last episode in front of the group.
Is there a banana spider involved?
Well,
Guys, so something is happening.
I don't know, but it's and then my guy who played Roy in Ted Lasso is part creator. Him and Bill Lawrence. Bill Lawrence, who first came to Hollywood with the invention of Scrubs, that show.
Love.
And then he did Ted Lasso with Jason Sudeikis. Mm-hmm. And then him and Brett Goldstein did Shrinking. Mm-hmm. And apparently Brett wanted the show. He had an idea for a show about therapists, but wanted it to be very dark. Bill Lawrence had the same idea, but had it as a comedy, and they just blended these things.
And it's a wonderful show. It's its number one fan. And maybe it's because it kind of is your therapy. Since you refuse to get traditional therapy.
It may be. It makes me feel good.
But you know what?
I agree with most of the things that they say. I'm like, well, that's true. But I kind of know these things already.
Then
is it the application? So I got what you want me to do is, even though I know these to be true,
I don't want you to do anything. I want you to stop shitting on therapy.
I'm not. For some people,
you pulled your
must
pants down and pooped all over it. What do you mean for some people they must have it?
Some people need it, like you. And I don't know why you're not doing it twice a day.
I need it from being around you 5 days a week.
I am the redeemer for you. I have brought
God, I'm sorry you had to hear that. Blasphemy is happening on this podcast.
I've brought you into the light.
Oh, what?
Because I hold a mirror up to you and I go, look at you. Whew.
No, I look at you and I say, God, I don't want to be that. No, I think everyone could benefit from therapy, especially if you have mental health issues. But we've all been through things you may not realize you've been through, or you've been through things and think you're fine.
And if you don't realize
even at the base level,
we'll come up with some
finish?
diagnosis.
Or do you have to shit talk? Can I finish?
Just say it and go ahead. I'm having fun.
Or I think for a lot of people, it's like when you have a really good heart-to-heart with a friend. Just saying things out loud, even if they're not that big of a deal, is a weight off your shoulders. And for me, that's been the greatest thing in therapy. Is working through traumas and issues and things, but also just having someone that you can say the wildest stuff to and they don't bat an eye. It doesn't shock them. And they just accept, it's just freeing to be able to say your most inner thoughts.
But I'd prefer to say those inner thoughts to a friend who will then later tell everyone else and betray me.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what you are to me. Anyway, no, I think it's fine. I know you're joking around because you want to get giggles. That's all you ever care about.
Get the giggles.
I just think, if you don't ever want to go to therapy, that's fine. I'm not just talking to you, but other people. But it's like, it's medicine.
It's also, yes, it is medicine. It is medicine, but
and it's incredibly valuable to a lot of people.
Yes, I agree. There is,
but you don't have to partake, and that's fine.
Out there, this black lady who I found, I don't know if I sent you and she is amazing as a therapist.
And you think she's acting so well.
No, she's not acting.
sorry, I just moved the
But
whole bit.
she's saying what I'm saying, essentially, that we're overdiagnosed as a society. Everyone wants to say, oh, well, that person's a narcissist or this person is a victim and all this stuff. And she's like, no, we're not. And there are people that really don't need to be inside a therapist's office once a week. There are people who do. But the code words, and what she's saying is that therapy has been weaponized now to allow people to stay.
Oh,
And she
I've
goes,
heard
and
you
there's
tell
some
me this,
therapists who are proponents of this. They allow them to stay in that victim state by telling them, this is why you are this way. And it's instead of finding a solution to change, they let them lock in.
Yeah, that's
Like,
never been my experience.
For instance, what she was talking about, the word triggered. She goes, well, the point of being a human is to get better where those triggers don't bother you, not to avoid them the rest of your life.
Right.
That's not growth.
Agreed.
And she's blaming her community on it, the therapist.
Not all, though.
No, not all.
Yeah.
Not all. But there's a movement out there. There's a lot of it.
Well, it's just like any field, medicine or any variation of that or any part of life. There's going to be people that do the same thing you do that you don't approve of the way they do it.
Yeah.
Or you have a different philosophy. But
Well,
yeah,
we
that's never
fixed
been
that.
my experience at all. It's never been, well, this is who you are and just stay there.
But the point being, Shrinking is a wonderful show. You'd love it.
Oh, good.
It's funny and it's tough to watch sometimes because they deal with some very heavy issues.
Unlike you.
No, I don't deal with it. I make jokes
Exactly.
and laugh about it.
Yeah.
Because that's the talent the good Lord has given me.
Yeah.
Here comes Lee at the funeral. Everybody get ready for a good time.
Because he has unmet needs, and this is the only way he can fill those holes.
What? I don't have any unmet needs.
Oh, come on.
Well, I mean, physically.
No. What? You've got mommy issues.
Mommy issues.
You joke about it all the time on the show, but
'Cause
we
it's
all see
fun.
the little tear.
There's no tears.
No, everybody's got issues. Whatever. You're fine. Suck it up.
Yeah, I've moved on. I've
I'm
grown
not talking
up.
about you. I'm saying everybody.
Oh. Get that, will you?
What is it?
Butter's mother is calling her.
Oh, no. Did you go to work with that man again?
Anyway. Sorry. Go ahead. Speak.
Was that you?
No, was that?
She barked.
Did she bark? Okay. Come on.
It was a little ladylike bark.
I'm choking you.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a harness under her arms. It's not going to choke her. I knew what I was doing. Hey, listen, you parent your dog.
Butter, I've got a good doggy therapist I'd like to get you hooked up with.
She just wants bacon. Butter has, if you've not seen the King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, she has a resting bitch face all the time.
She kind of does, but she also has a freshly traumatized dog face. She
Well, her
always
eyes
looks like
bug
she's
out.
just been through something. She's very precious and very sweet.
If you see...
But it's just the breed. If she's just sitting there, she
no.
just looks kind of whatever. But if she opens those eyes, you're like, what?
This is why I didn't pick you up. I know you'd be squirming. But yeah, no, she's always... Her eyes get big googly eyes when you present food. Yeah.
My God, is that pate? Now, do you finally have dog food for her?
I have pork tenderloin, pizza. This is all in my refrigerator right now. So I went to a cooking class last Saturday and made. By the way, I invited the lady to our show. She was
Cool.
wonderful. She's from Tennessee. They have a fudge shop in Gatlinburg.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's a cooking class. You would love this. And so she's Southern and sweet. Reminds you of your aunt, your mom. Somebody like that. And but anyway, we did this cooking class. Pork tenderloin. Oh my God, the best pimento
Succotash. Oh, I don't know.
pimento mac and cheese I've ever had. Like the best. By far the best. And in my little cooking group, we kept adding bourbon to everything. We just thought, what if we did this? And it made it better. She even came over. We put it in the mac and cheese, just a drizzle of bourbon. She's like, oh, okay. Yeah, you guys
And
actually.
you were like, girl, you going to love this.
Yeah.
Get your taste of this.
Oh, and then
What?
a butterscotch pie from scratch.
I
I rolled the dough out, Yes, ma'am, I did. And then,
I didn't say anything.
and I impressed everybody because no one knew that I knew the secret. You know how when you put the dough in the tin and you take a fork and you can make those little indentions? I don't know where I learned that. It's something you and I did once, I think. Everybody else was going, what is that move? And like,
in the bottom of it?
well,
or on the side
you
when you
poke holes in the bottom,
You're talking about
but
you
on
make
the
the
side,
edges to make
you
it
make
look
the
good.
edges, yes.
And you were like, fellas, watch this.
And everybody's like, wait a minute.
You're like, excuse me for bringing flair to this dish.
Yeah.
Butterscotch pie.
Because you don't even know how to broil anything. How is it you know this trick?
I'm multifaceted. Sue me.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay,
But
good.
you and I did that, didn't we?
I
Didn't we
feel
make
like
a
we've
pie
done,
thing
like-
and they
Yeah.
showed us how to do the fork indentions? I
Yeah.
don't know where we did that, but
I know we've done so many food shoots. So I know what you're talking. I'm like, yeah, we've done that. And you're like, that's it? That's all you do to get that really pretty edge?
the ridges.
Yeah, the ridges all the way around. And it
pie
makes
crust.
it just look so good. Okay, butterscotch pie. I love butterscotch. Instantly makes me think of like my great grandmother. She always had the butterscotch candies.
We put bourbon in that too.
Of course you did. Did you put?
It was so good.
I bet it was. That sounds amazing. See, look, she's settled down.
Yeah.
Father, I know it's you because of you.
Please stop singing, she said.
Well, now she tried to come over here. Was she going to bite me to get me to stop? Yeah. But
You know what she does and I don't know why she does this, but like if I'm laying on the couch, she's either clingy or got to go to the bathroom or is hungry or just wants to be.
she can't
wants
just
attention.
chill? She's not just a chill girl.
She'll set on my crawl and set on my mouth, especially if I do the noise.
She wants you to shut up.
She'll go, "Shh, stop. And she'll literally just put her chin on my mouth.
So she'll just go.
And she can't stand that noise.
So she can't stand that noise.
And
But
if I try to
also, if she
breathe-
really wants attention, she'll just come.
Yeah, but if I try to breathe, then she'll just keep moving her chin.
Charlie does a similar thing. He doesn't like if I blow, if I just go like on the side of his face, he's like, what? But also, if I'm laying on the couch and he wants attention, he crawls up and stands right here on my collarbones, his front paws. So his face, he won't lay on my face. He looks at me right here. We're almost nose to nose, and he just stares at me. And I'm like, hey, buddy, what are you doing? And he's just like,
Now, what does he want?
just wants to visit, just wants attention. And then if I pet him, then he kind of lays down on me and just will, but still stares at me like, let's catch up. How was your day? He's funny.
Yeah,
Dog?
he is funny. Charlie's a funny guy.
He's hilarious. My mom was like, he's very charming. He wants to be involved in everything. As I always say, my younger corgi, Charlie, he's very big on no secrets. If there's a door that's not pushed all the way to and locked, he's blowing that door wide open.
Yeah.
The power behind his snout is unbelievable for a 25-pound corgi. Anyway, okay. I was trying to think show news. Anything fun on the show that
We
we've got
went to
coming up?
what did we do last week? A Life Adventure Center that hasn't aired yet.
Yeah, we talked about that on the podcast last week. Where we
Zip
got
lining,
zip lining and
arrows. We did talk about this last week. Archery. We did all that.
yeah.
Okay.
So you'll see that soon on the show. Today we're about to go to an aquaponics farm
Yes.
that we went to before, which
Is it aquaponics or hydroponics? I think it's aquaponics because it's fish related. Hydroponics is where you grow plants without soil.
I think they do both.
I
Or
think
they used
they
to.
might do both. Yeah, you're right.
Who knows? Anyway, we're going to go there.
One
It's a
of my-
really awesome place in our area.
Favorite things to do at Epcot, and it is just the most
You always find a way to bring it back to Disney. And that's what I love about you.
The
and
most-
your trauma.
chill moment you'll have in life is to go visit the pavilion, the land, and they have that boat ride at the bottom.
Okay.
And it's gentle. Your first scene is you go by a
I
farm.
have to act?
No, you don't
I
act.
was like, I know, I'm not comfortable with this.
They act. The first scene, you come around a curve and you're in
Don't
Kansas.
they hand you a script when you walk in
Oh.
like, and your first scene.
Oh, it's what the park people call a dark ride, and because you're indoors and you're floating on a boat with a group of people, and you go around. And you're in Kansas all of a sudden, and there's a farmhouse with a mailbox and a lantern or a light turned on the window, and it's just peaceful and they got crops on the other side, and it's just like, I want to be there. I always thought my grandparents would live there, And then eventually, and then you go through all kinds of other ecological systems, but then you end up in the actual hydroponic area, which is a huge glass dome, and they're growing kiwi, strawberries, massive amounts that they use for the restaurant and for the other restaurants in the park.
Cool.
But it's just wonderful narration of, here at Epcot, we grow strawberries, and they do it this way and that way. The jackfruit is, blah, blah, blah.
Can I tell you something?
Okay.
I've heard you speak ad nauseum about Disney since I've known you, which we're going on 11 years now. This is, and I don't know why, the first time I've ever thought, now that sounds pretty cool. Maybe I should go. I'm being totally honest right now.
So the rest of the time, it was just full of it?
Yeah. It was just stuff that I was like, that's cool. But I mean, like, it's a ways away and I'd have to wait in line. There's other stuff I could do. For some reason, that, or maybe it's the peaceful aspect. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Dang.
No, it's like
that sounds
full
nice.
immersion.
I'm serious right now. I'm like, should I plan a trip? Do I have an extra $50,000 to plan a trip to Disney?
It's expensive. But that part of Disney, that Epcot thing, is like full immersion ASMR. If you could put
maybe that's why I love it, because
your whole body into it. That's what it's like. It is the most relaxing boat ride you've ever had. But the whole park is that way to me. I mean, of course, you got thrill rides too.
You skip the whole way. You love it.
I do love Disney.
I know you do, and that's great.
And I love it in every way possible. I love it ironically because I think it's kitsch and silly and campy, but I pretend that I love it. But then there's a part of me that really does love it.
I'm sorry, you pretend that you love it?
Yeah, well, there's some things that are kiddie-like. But
you're like, whatever.
This is cool. But I'll go over the top with that.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me, too, that's a kid that still loves it.
Still. And it's just, there's something about, especially when it's tied to a Disney product, like it all is, like a movie or something, to be in the world that you saw the movie. It's like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Just wish Disney Entertainment could get a hold of themselves. You saw the debacle with that Snow White movie.
Yeah, what's all the drama around that?
You and I purposefully, on our show, do not discuss politics for the very reason that Snow White bombed.
Yeah, see, I've seen headlines, but I don't plan on seeing it, and I don't really care all that much. And so I've been kind of like, well, what's all the drama about? I know it bombed, basically, and they're going to lose a lot of money on it. But it was because the stars were talking about politics?
Well, it is not just politics. What's her name? Rachel Zegler?
Zegler.
Yeah, Zegler.
Snow White.
You couldn't have found a worse actress to play the part, not because of her skill, because of the PR campaign. The first thing she did was take a dump on the original.
That's not good.
If I'm in the marketing team of Disney, hey, you loved the original, we're bringing it to life. That's the end of the story.
Why would you? Oh, that's uncomfortable.
You don't go, well, I hated it. It frightened me. I thought it was misogynistic. You say all these things. I watched the quotes. I watched her say all this stuff about the beloved product.
That's
if you don't love it, then don't sign up or keep your mouth shut.
Just be like, yes, I remember watching it as a child. That's all you need to say.
I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson drank Coca-Cola. You never heard him say one word about it. Guys, Pepsi paid him millions.
Yeah, exactly. That's uncomfortable.
And he's a PR genius.
Oh, that guy. He never made a mistake. Yikes. He did bring propofol to the forefront of the human experience and awareness. We all know what it is now. They used propofol last time I got a colonoscopy, and me and the anesthesiologist giggled.
They dropped
He's like, propofol, and I was like...
With a trained professional that... Yeah. Not a guy that comes to your house.
I mean, the guy was a doctor, but he was...
Yeah, but I've heard other doctors talk about no one uses propofol to help you sleep.
Right. No, I know. It wasn't being used in the correct... Yeah, it's not sleeping.
So they can cut on you.
Yeah, they used it to knock me out completely for my colonoscopy. I wasn't like, I'm here just for a good restful sleep.
Although you do get some good rest with that stuff. When I had my colonoscopy, it was like, man.
Now, you've been saying you need to schedule a colonoscopy.
Yeah,
have you done it?
No, not scheduled it yet.
I don't mind the colonoscopy. The greatest thing is the first thing you get to eat when you're done. The prep is the worst. It's horrible.
Well, it's between right now me getting a colonoscopy or Butter getting spayed.
Now, why is it between the two? Why can't you do both?
No, I'm looking at the budget, seeing who gets what.
Oh, okay. Okay. And on that note,
Or maybe we get a twofer.
I don't know. Okay, let's see.
You got questions or comments?
Yeah, so our staff, this is from our producer, Bridget, one of our sounding off questions. She said, if you had a girl dinner party, girl dinner, stuff a girl would eat if a guy's not there, what all would you want served? I've got many, many opinions on this. I had girl dinner last night.
Okay, now explain that again.
Now, girl dinner, most men and women that are with men and feel like they need to, most men, meat and potatoes and mac and cheese and bread. And, you got to cook a protein. Usually it involves a protein. Yeah. Girls will eat protein, but it's just like, it became a popular phrase on social media last year, the year before. And actually, the girl who coined the term, oh my God, what's her freaking name? The U.S. women's rugby star.
Is it Helga?
No, what's her name? It was her sister.
Oh.
The U.S. women's rugby star that went absolutely viral during the Olympics. She was already, I got to look it up.
While you're doing that, by the way, you can
Alona Mar.
Alona Mar.
Her sister made like a random TikTok post about it and said girl dinner, and it exploded. Mm-hmm. So, and it's just like if a girl is left to her own devices and left at home, like some girls like to cook. I don't. And so for me, I like to assemble. Like basically it's like the charcuterie board, but elevated. Like I'll just eat whatever. A girl dinner could be, pepperoni slices, cheese, crackers, a dip of sorts, maybe some grapes, maybe some nuts, like a little snack plate is girl dinner. Or just something you don't have to cook and put much effort into. And we don't even need the protein. I'm not cooking chicken right now.
Yeah,
like last night for dinner,
I guess I do that.
I made
often.
tzatziki chicken salad. Oh. So I just did chicken, cucumbers, onions, and tzatziki dip and mixed it all up. I saw it on TikTok. Delicious. Then I made cowboy caviar.
I love cowboy caviar.
Me too. So I made that earlier in the day, and then I ate it so I did hummus, chicken salad, cowboy caviar, and a bunch of tortilla chips.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm a big dip person. I love dips. And so for my girl dinner, if I had a girl dinner party, I'd be like, everyone bring a chip and your absolute favorite dip.
I have two things. I don't know if you'd call this a girl dinner. It'd be more of a boy dinner, I guess. But it's monotonous because as happens, anytime I don't order out or have something or I haven't had
guess what it is.
You probably can.
Popcorn and beef jerky.
Well, you got one of them right.
Popcorn.
Popcorn, no, not always. Oh. It's always beef jerky and wasabi almonds.
Oh yeah, I've heard you. Yeah, that's your girl dinner. Yeah.
That's what I eat.
Those are pantry staples for you. That so if you don't have anything else, you're like.
And they're in those containers that keep it fresh. I eat wasabi almonds and Cajun beef jerky.
Love it. Now I love salt and vinegar almonds. The wasabi I can't really do. It's too hot.
Yeah, it gets hot. And then sometimes you forget it's on your fingers. And you touch a sensitive area. And boy, does she get mad.
Boy, does she get mad. God in heaven. Anyway, that's for me. Like right now, I could eat every week, basically, when I'm ordering my groceries, kind of throughout the week, any random thing that I'd think of, I just add to my cart. And by the time I order my groceries, I either take things out or leave them. This week, I've got pasta salad in there, which I love pasta salad. I'd put that at a girl dinner. I've got pasta salad in there. I've got 8-layer bean dip in there. I've got buffalo chicken dip. I love dips. I love to keep about 10 dips in my fridge at all time. That's my favorite snack. You just pull it out, do a little chips in there.
I don't think there's any better dip on the planet than buffalo chicken dip.
Trader Joe's makes a really good pre-made buffalo chicken dip.
Nikita and I went and watched a ball game last week at a local eatery.
Why do you have to be so vague?
Because I don't. If they want to pay me, I'll tell them.
God, you
capitalist.
Rogue.
Anyway, and they made.
I just think you think a lot of yourself that you're going to drive 1 million people there by one mention on this podcast.
Why would I?
And I won't be compensated. Anyway, it's dumb. It doesn't matter.
It sure is dumb because there's value in the show. So why wouldn't I withhold that?
Have you asked them to sponsor you?
No, but that's not the point.
They should hear. They should feel.
It's not integral to the story anyway.
The vagueness makes me feel like I'm like, I got to know what it is. And I know what it is.
Anyway, we're there, and we shared a buffalo chicken dip.
Now, was it blue cheese heavy or ranch? I don't like when they put blue cheese in the dip.
I think it was more ranch.
Good. I like it with some places
delicious.
will serve it with blue cheese baked in, and I don't like blue cheese. And so that is, I always have to ask at a restaurant, does it have blue cheese? And I don't mind if it's on the side or something.
I ate 75% of it. Nikita ate 25%. And then calls me the next day, said it made her sick.
She's got a sensitive stomach. She gets sick.
I think she had a virus from somewhere else. I don't think it was the dip. I couldn't eat that much of it and not feel anything.
Really? You always brag about your
contentment.
superior immune system.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean the gauge doesn't go up like, hey, a little bubbly going on here.
And then your body's like, but we're fighting it. We're tamping it down.
Yeah, Nikita's retching all night.
She was retching all night?
Yes.
Ooh. What are you, British? No, buffalo chicken dip is one of the greatest things to ever exist. And for me, the perfect vessel is a Frito scoop.
I agree.
I'll eat it with tortilla chips, but oftentimes if it's a pretty heavy dip, the chip will break. A Frito never lets you down.
Yeah. Now, that's one of the best inventions. The Frito scoop helped make America fat.
Great again.
Yes, because it's just
Make America fat again.
It's like a pickup truck. We were using tiny little economy cars, and then Fritos go, watch this, heavy duty coming.
Yeah.
You can scoop as much
Cheese, sour cream, hot sauce, chicken. Lard.
Sure.
Do you eat lard with Fritos?
A lot of people cook with lard.
I know, but you said Fritos.
I know, but I'm scooping whatever's in that lard dish.
I guess you've never made buffalo. I've never made or had buffalo chicken dip with lard in it.
We made buffalo chicken dip the other day.
With no lard. That's what I'm saying. I've never made it with lard.
Oh, Lord.
We did make it on the show recently, and it was delicious. All right, guys, we got to wrap this doobie. We got to go to our shoot. Anyway.
It's roll.
I don't use illegal drugs, but maybe you do. I knew something about that wasn't right.
By the way, if you've got a question or comment,
Gotta roll this doobie.
It is ideas@leeandhaley.com.
Thoughts, questions, comments, praises, prayer requests, questions for Butter. Look, she's going to the mic. Butter, say a little something.
Say something, Butter.
Butter. That was me. Look at her. Watch the video version if you want to see her. She's absolutely adorable. And she wears this harness now because Lee says it's too complicated
I'll
to
take it off of her,
off.
but we're not going to be here forever, so what's the point? I think it's like a thunder blow
How very spiritual of you.
for her.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. Please watch the Lee and Hayley Show. Check your local listings. Our home market, Lexington, Kentucky. We are weekdays at noon on Fox 56. Rate, review, subscribe to this podcast. It means a lot to us, helps our numbers, and will hopefully help get Lee that restaurant sponsor where he can get free buffalo chicken dip, 75% of it for life.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
God bless, guys. We love you. God loves you. Hang in there. Follow us on social media. Search Lee and Hayley. Goodbye.